with an estimated audience of comfortably over 500 million people. But arguably, the most important ones are the ones who'll be playing it, not watching it. And this is the scene inside the tunnel at the Estadio Bernabeu. We saw a few little shots of some of the players embracing, high fives, a few hugs. Was it always that friendly, Thierry?
And after, during the game, and after the game, obviously not so much. But that's something that I always say. I never personally understood why it is what it is. But you play with each other in the national team. Why are you not going to say hi? And then if I have to do something on the field, if I have to kill you in bracket when I say you do it because you play for Barcelona or you play for Real Madrid. But you know that's a normal thing in Spain. People will kiss, hi, how are you? But then when the ref blows the whistle, it's another story.
Just briefly, Guillaume, in terms of the political context of today's game, it's not a political programme we're doing here, but given the Catalan regional elections, what would be the symbolic significance, if any, of a Barcelona victory?
The elections were 2 days ago. Obviously, people are still trying to mold exactly what happened and what it means. But remember that if fans don't travel away, it must be about maybe 300, 400 Barcelona fans, so they won't be heard. But certainly Real Madrid and the Real Madrid fans, they've shown that they want to, every time they're meeting a Catalan team, they want to make very clear the position. So the stands will just make a stand for the Spanish nationalism. And I think, even though there's not a very political camp, this squad of Barcelona, there's one or two there that will really appreciate that victory, not just for the 3 points.
How important do you think the atmosphere is going to be today? How much of a role, how much of a 12th man for Real Madrid can the Bernabeu be?
I think it is going to be what it's going to be, but I don't think at that moment the players that you have on that field and the magnitude of the game, you almost don't hear the stadium anymore. It's what's happening on the field, 11v11 plus the bench, which we believe that the one of Real Madrid is stronger than the one of Barcelona, but you don't really think about that when you're there.
OK, so this is the Real Madrid starting lineup, and this is the one change from the side that started the Club World Cup final win over Gremio in Abu Dhabi, which is a significant one. And there he is in the centre. Mateo Kovacic comes in for Isco, who is on the bench, along with Gareth Bale. Just very, very briefly, what about the contribution from the bench? Yeah.
Well, the names: Isco, Lucas Vázquez, Asensio, Bale. Those are the forwards. And in a minute, we'll compare them to the forwards. Barcelona, but can you see any?
No, well, this is it. There's no doubt about it. We'll come back to that in a moment. Let's just quickly mention Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez. He's never officiated a Real Madrid defeat, taking charge of 9 games with them involved, won 7 and drawn 2. He also did the Supercopa second leg, which Madrid won 2-0, and he sent Mateo Kovacic off against Valencia. This is Barcelona then. So the one change for them from the side that started the 4-0 win at home to Deportivo last weekend is the introduction of Sergio Busquets for Paco Alcácer, who is out injured. And then obviously you're going to have Messi and Suarez up front. Guillaume, can you hear the atmosphere?
That's not normal. They put the volume down and allow people to shout. They're normally much quieter than this. They're very up for it, of course, the fans.
By the way, 173 Clasico appearances each for Real Madrid and Barcelona, and transfer fees for the two sides combined, the starting 11s, totalling almost £400 million. Wow. Of course, we've got to have a little bit of pre-match atmosphere, and that is the 6th Club World Cup that Real Madrid have won. And Sergio Ramos doing the honours. They tend to do this. Ronaldo celebrated his Ballon d'Or in front of the Bernabeu, and so Ramos doing the same with the Club World Cup.
And there is no guard from Barcelona to celebrate that, so it was just a reminder who is the world champion.
What a coincidence.
Let's not talk about Pasillos with Thierry. He's already had to go through that pain before in a Barcelona shirt. So this is it. We are all set for the first La Liga Clásico of this 2017-18 season. So let's hand you to your commentary team. It's a happy birthday to Terry Gibson and a happy Clásico day to Rob Palmer.
And Feliz Navidad to everybody else as well. Make no plans for the next couple of hours. Forget your Christmas shopping. Put the phone on silent. Take a seat, take a pew, get yourself ready for the greatest game on the globe. Well, they have the pro independents, folks, this week in Catalonia. Win today, and Barcelona will put some distance between themselves and the men from the capital. The aim for them is for the first time ever to win 3 successive La Liga games at the Estadio Bernabeu. Barcelona top of the table, but remember, Real Madrid are the champions of Spain, the champions of Europe, just crowned the champions of the world as well. And they are really up for this one, full strength. One slight surprise from Zinedine Zidane. Kovacic starts his first La Liga game of the season. Maybe in the mind of Zidane is the success in the Spanish Super Cup when Kovacic started both of the games. Terry Gibson, what's in your crystal ball?
Well, just looking at the position that Kovacic has started in, he's playing up there alongside Busquets in an advanced role.
There is Cristiano Ronaldo to Toni Kroos. Carvajal overlapping, throwing the ball into the sunshine. This beautiful day in the Spanish capital. A lot of the supporters are wearing sunglasses. A little local difficulty. The referee, Jose Maria Sanchez Martinez, making his views known with Gerard Piqué. We normally get an early goal in the Clásico. More often than not, it has been Real Madrid who score early as well. Kroos fires it in, free header, we've got that early goal! But it's not going to count. Ronaldo was lurking offside.
Well, I refrain from speaking too long about the position of Kovacic because I know full well we do get early goals in this fixture. I expected it to be Real Madrid that start off in a real ferocity in their attacking play. Players are committed into getting to the attacking half. They're going to try and press and win the ball back quickly from Barcelona. We're looking to try and ease their way into the game. It's a clear offside. Good decision, Casemiro with the initial header, and the correct decision from the referee. Ronaldo offside. He slams it past Ter Stegen from close range, off the underside of the crossbar. But the goal doesn't count.
No technology needed. Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi have both got 53 goals each in the year 2017. Just joining us, of course, no Gareth Bale in the starting lineup. The famous BBC haven't been together on the pitch for a single minute in La Liga since the Clásico last year in April. Gareth Bale, has gone 90 minutes only 4 times in 63 games. He's on the bench, Asensio's on the bench, Isco on the bench. The creative department are watching from the sidelines. It's a functional team picked by Zinedine Zidane. Kroos to Marcelo, very much on the front foot. It's Real Madrid who are setting the pace of the game. Ronaldo, the trademark step over. Piqué gets his big boot in the way.
We saw Marcelo push forward and the importance on both teams' fullbacks today. In terms of attacking play, defensive play, we've got essentially 8 central midfield players. So the onus is going to be on the fullbacks to push forward and then at the same time get back and defend against their direct opponent.
Here is Dani Carvajal, he has a shooting opportunity. Just merely takes the lunchtime dew off the grass. Busquets. Iniesta has been preserved to be fully fit for this game.
However, the long-range attempt doesn't have the power to attribute to Stegen. You see the Barcelona players actually do depart the 6-yard box. Ronaldo is in there alone. Correct call from the officials.
It does show that Ronaldo has got his scoring instincts about him. He's only scored 4 goals in La Liga so far this season, but he has been excelling, especially in European competition. 9 in the Champions League, in the hero in the club World Championship. Ronaldo tiptoes along that touchline. Benzema, the only player in the area. Barcelona have hardly escaped their own half in the opening 5 minutes of this game. First mention of Lionel Messi. Here is Kovacic, the surprise inclusion, in ahead of Bale and Isco and Asensio. Modric. It is pantomime season, and he is Peter Pan, the little Croatian midfield player. 32 years of age, a bundle of energy. Piqué shielding his eyes from the sun. His fingers might have to go in his ears. He's not popular in these parts.
See, it's Marcelo there closing down Sergio Roberto, so Marcelo really advanced. You can see clearly how Real Madrid, what they want to do, try and win the ball back quickly, force Barcelona into playing long balls to the strikers, and hope that would expect Ramos and Varane to win those aerial challenges.
A couple of years ago we had the 5 costliest players ever performing in this game. None of the top 5 costliest players are on the pitch at the moment, only Cristiano Ronaldo. But Barcelona would love to get Dembele out there. The summer signing is only performed a couple of times.
A sudden burst of energy from Barcelona, and it was led by Lionel Messi. He was the first player to move around the pitch to try and put pressure on the Real Madrid players, and then we see the appeal from Barcelona with a foul against Casemiro and Paulinho, which wasn't given.
Valverde doesn't have a great record against Zinedine Zidane. He's faced him 5 times as a manager and lost all 5. Suarez is offside.
And he wasn't manager of Barcelona when he was taking Zidane up these other fixtures.
Well, they have faced each other, of course, 3 times this season. Once in that high-profile friendly game in the United States in Miami in July, and then in the Spanish Super Cup. Well, that's why Suarez was arguing. He felt that he wasn't offside. The man with the flag thought otherwise.
It was a close call, wasn't it? Sergio Ramos was the deepest Real Madrid defender. It appeared to be pretty level with Luis Suarez. Very little in that call. It will be a common theme, though, throughout the game. We will see Luis Suarez caught offside on a number of occasions. His attempt to steal a yard, to get him behind Varane and Ramos.
So much nervous tension out there. A game fueled by stress. Rakitic, Busquets, Thomas Vermaelen, the forgotten man of Barcelona, who's had to return with the defensive crisis. Mascherano, it appears, is heading to China. Titi is out until the new year. So Vermaelen, who hadn't started a game since January 2016, has suddenly returned for 4 games in a row. And your former skipper of Arsenal is short of experience. One of Thierry Henry's Belgian boys.
Well, he has been playing regularly for the international team, over 60 caps. There's no doubt about his quality as a central defender. It's unfortunate. It's about his reliability in terms of being fit, being able to maintain fitness.
He started more games for Belgium this year than he has Barcelona. Varane, Modric, Carvajal in the outside lane. Kovacic to Casemiro. Brings a different dimension to the midfield, Kovacic, and from the way they're lining up, the suggestions that he was out there to man-mark Messi seem to be a little wide of the mark.
Yeah, he's almost in the same position as Isco, but I think it's just essentially it's Casemiro sitting deeper than the other 3, isn't it?
Ronaldo awaits, comes to Ronaldo, mid-kick from Ronaldo, Carvajal can't get there, emergency action taken by Iniesta, who's done himself some damage. The rare, wild air kick for the World Player of the Year.
He'll claim it was a dummy. Get a good attacking play again from Real Madrid. Really bright down the left side of the attack. And always cut back to Ronaldo. We're all expecting at the very least for him to test Ter Stegen. Complete miss kick. Then Carvajal, see here, it was really good work from Iniesta to make sure that Carvajal was rushed into taking that opportunity.
He's feeling a little embarrassed. It's not like there's 500 million people watching him. Well, this is problematic for Barcelona. Their leader, Andres Iniesta, looks decidedly uncomfortable down there. The signs are not, I'm no doctor, but the club doctor is taking his time treating him. The signs are not good here, Terry.
Well, they'll be hoping he just took a blow and it's just an impact injury. As he slides, he makes the challenge, and does he look a twist, or does he catch the...
Or caught the yeah, just below the shin guard
of Dani Carvajal.
Yeah, just above the boot where there's no protection.
So no intent from Dani Carvajal, was there, other than to get to the ball first, and Dani Carvajal shoot towards goal.
So Barcelona down a player as Kroos throws the corner in. Piqué takes control. Iniesta's okay, he's going to jog round and rejoin the party. Kroos launches it. Barcelona have all bases covered. Retrieved by Varane. Jordi Alba's header. Modric assesses the situation. The all-action Dani Carvajal. Ronaldo nods it down, and then the referee spotted that.
Sergio Ramos stayed up in the attack after the set piece, was not in a rush to get back, so added to the numbers. That's important for Real Madrid, that they don't just rely on Ronaldo and Benzema to be the attacking players. We see Ronaldo with just a little push, we saw from a different angle. A little nudge on Sergio Roberto to ease him out of the way. He's back on, it was just an impact injury, so relief for Valverde, I'm pretty sure.
Busquets, Marcelo, arms go up, flag stays down until Ronaldo touches the ball. The assistant on this near side teasing everybody.
There's been 2 or 3 of those instances where the Barcelona players have been waiting and expecting the assistant referee's flag to go up. On this occasion it does. Correctly called offside.
Directly to Paulinho, who's been the surprise success of the season. The fans are expecting Coutinho, they got Paulinho. He's the leading midfield scorer in the whole of Spain. Rakitic. Busquets, a strangely lazy ball.
I'm not sure why he's looking at the pitch and trying to claim there's a divot. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the case. Ronaldo here. Pressure from Piqué, and a jersey from Piqué.
Brilliant run from Modric. He's spotted by Ter Stegen.
I'm sure that's ideal though for Real Madrid. It's a fantastic run from Modric, but they want him scheming in midfield, don't they? Keeping the play ticking over for Real Madrid as opposed to making runs down the channel.
Varane, Keylor Navas, Carvajal, Modric. Casemiro. World Cup winner Toni Kroos to Cristiano Ronaldo, World Player of the Year. Marcelo. To the slipstream of Cristiano Ronaldo. Now carrying Benzema. Jordi Alba gets in the way. Messi. Varane's played a very high line. If anything, he seems to be the man who's babysitting Lionel Messi.
Just communication, isn't it, between the likes of Varane and Ramos and Casemiro.
Here is Messi, starting from deep. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. It's a well-intentioned ball from Iniesta. This was the disputed offside.
We're talking centimetres, aren't we? And the type of striker Luis Suarez is, tries to make sure that he can make that darting run in behind. He trusts the midfield players, and so he should. So we're given the service that he needs. It's just a matter of timing those runs. He was unlucky on that occasion. He's been called offside, but I think acceptable error there from the assistant referee.
Benzema to Modric to hold it up as Ronaldo's offside. Barcelona playing a very high line. They're famed for spectacular goals, Barcelona, but under Valverde they've got a tremendously well-organised defence. This season they've had 16 clean sheets, including 3 in a row in their last 3 matches.
Kovacic and Casemiro have swapped roles there, haven't they? It's Casemiro that's gone forward.
Referee sees nothing wrong in the challenge. This is Rakitic. Nice turn away from Marcelo. They have to go solo. Messi's with him now. Suarez to the right. Paulinho across the face, cooling away by Varane. Picked up by Toni Kroos. Casemiro. Kroos. Now Benzema. Vermaelen diving in there on the Frenchman. A bit of a cautious start, but things are beginning to open up a little bit here.
Yeah, I think Valverde will be pleased with his team's start because they haven't conceded a goal. He would have known full well that with the point situation, the deficit that Real Madrid have at the moment, Real Madrid would have come out the traps quickly. Be pleased that his team are just settling into the game now, having little spells of possession.
Modric. Legged up by Vermaelen. The card follows.
Busquets giving the ball away. The square pass in midfield left Barcelona vulnerable to the counter-attack, and cynical foul in the end from Vermaelen and Modric. I'm surprised to see the yellow card shown.
Thomas Vermaelen has to watch his step for the remainder of the game. Last time he was sent off, it was on his debut last year for Roma, went on loan. Ter Stegen making himself known above the din of the Bernabeu. Easy for Busquets. Paulinho not allowed to carry the ball out. He's been a little low-key so far, Sergio Ramos.
He's actually quite lucky to get away with that one in terms of the yellow card as well, isn't he? Because again, it was a cynical foul, a tactical foul to make sure that Barcelona didn't get up the field.
Well, he's normally somewhere in the headlines, good or bad. Ramos, when it comes to a Clásico, been dismissed in 3 of the last 7 against Barcelona that he's played. He's scored a last-minute equaliser 12 months ago. Jordi Alba gets himself in a tangle. Iniesta helps it on. So far, Real Madrid tactically have got it right. They haven't allowed any of Valverde's creative minds to express themselves.
Yep, seen very little of Iniesta and Paulinho and Lionel Messi and Suarez.
Modric has been the most prominent Real Madrid player so far. Seeking Ronaldo. Ronaldo steadies himself. He has options. His favourite option was to go solo. Paulinho. Casemiro catches his fellow countryman.
That's really good, doesn't he? Here we see that Casemiro, tenacious play from the Real Madrid midfield player.
Suarez is not going to win a race with Varane, one of the quickest defenders in world football. He's found his form again recently, Luis Suarez. He went 5 games without a goal. And now he's scored 6 in his last 5 La Liga matches. Jordi Alba. Iniesta. Paulinho. Messi takes it on. Carvajal digs in. Now Kovacic. Sergio Ramos. Modric. Marcelo. Throws on the outside of a brilliant ball. PK commits. Goal kick.
Modric really beginning to take control of the game, isn't he? Dictating the way that Real Madrid play when they pass the ball forward, when they keep possession. See evidence again of the offside goal that Ronaldo had disallowed early in the game.
Suarez can't be offside. Effectively a back pass. Plays it to Messi. Bit of ball juggling from Lionel Messi. Paulinho. Messi continues. Casemiro has to be careful.
Yeah, that's the role Casemiro has to play. We spoke earlier about swapping with Kovacic. I think that's a risk. I think if he takes responsibility for staying in that position where Messi likes to operate, there's no misunderstanding. If he goes forward and he hopes that Kovacic takes his place, that just might not happen. 1 or 2 occasions, and Messi will profit.
Messi is the corner taker. Cristiano Ronaldo is the defender who wins the header. Rakitic breezes past Cruz. Even Benzema's back defending. All hands to the pump for Real Madrid. Iniesta. Messi dropping deep. Largely been playing alongside Suarez, but is now taking on that blue bottle role where he just buzzes around and he can't pin him down.
Yep, he's becoming frustrated because that midfield area is dominated by central midfield players. There's very little room for Messi to operate in. That might be the feature of the game for quite a while before it does stretch out and open up. So congested in and around that centre circle.
Messi. Carvajal casually back to Keylor Navas. The Marlins header.
Yes, they're really urging his teammates to calm down, settle down, keep possession, perhaps be a little bit more patient.
So far it's a controlled performance from both teams. It's a study of first-class football. Cristiano Ronaldo. There's some doubts about his fitness. He trained alone 2 days this week and he rejoined the team fully yesterday. Modric. Brilliant blindside run by Kovacic. The Marlins header.
So much space wasn't there for Kovacic. Makes that run from deep, timed it really well. Talk about the space in the wide positions. Carvajal and Varane doing enough together to deny Luis Suarez.
The lunchtime sun beating down into the eyes of Ter Stegen, causing him and the Barca defenders a problem. Piqué not blinded though, and the referee again spots an infringement.
Ramos with a challenge on for Marlon, given against Real Madrid.
Well, they take a break in Spain after today, but we have plenty of football here on Sky Sports on Boxing Day. Don't forget it's Spurs against Southampton, midday kickoff on Sky Sports Premier League channel. And later that day, at Anfield, Liverpool against Swansea. Effectively get 2 weekends off in Spain. They come back to the Copa del Rey. Ronaldo too far ahead of Karim Benzema. Times are a-changing at both of these clubs. They disbanded the MSN and the BBC. Now Benzema, Cristiano haven't played together, even been on the field together since the 39th minute of last year's El Clasico in April. So Messi and Suarez is M&S.
It won't be a surprise, will it, to see Bale at some stage. It's what he's been doing in recent matches to good effect. Something Zidane would have considered in his team selection before the game. Obviously gaining fitness, but the game is level. If it's tight, it's certainly a fantastic substitute to have.
Carvajal. Varane. Kovacic. Marcelo's out left. Marcelo dinks it in. Easy for Piqué to deal with. Marcelo fizzes again. Still easy for Piqué to deal with. Kroos. Iniesta and Modric collide. 2 of the lightweights in the division.
Huge respect for each other, no surprise. Modric really throwing himself into this challenge, likewise Iniesta. See the difference Barcelona under early 75s back behind the ball. It's 2 moments you think that Real Madrid are threatening on the counter-attack. Before you know it, 6 or 7 Barcelona players are back behind the ball. Working really hard to make sure they're hard to score against, which has been the case for the majority of this season. Continuing to do so again today.
The first mistimed challenge by Sergio Ramos, catching Paulinho. Rakitic. Sergio Roberto. Barcelona haven't been allowed to burst into life so far. Here is Messi with his minder, Kovacic. It's interesting now, Terry. Kovacic does seem to be following Messi around. He's gone to the left-back position because Messi is on the right wing. Is the space elsewhere to be exploited? Messi, Paulinho, great run from Paulinho! All a little rushed, took a touch.
Great save. Change in pace in Barcelona's attack there. Been patient, haven't they? Paulinho, no surprise to see him in an attacking position. It's a great run in behind. Of course he trusts Messi's going to spot the run and have the skill to put it on the plate for him. Great attempt at goal, fantastic goalkeeper from Keylor Navas. Tip it over the bar.
Rakitic with this corner. Piqué has one step. Carvajal gets dug in. Piqué goes down. Is please Ball that empty is Marcelo finds the escape route. Toni Kroos. Kovacic has freed himself from looking after Messi. Half an hour gone. We await the first goal.
And again, Rob, it's great defensive play from Barcelona. It looked like it was going to be a counter-attack from Real Madrid, but players got back quickly. They slowed down Marcelo. Piqué was appealing for a penalty. Within 10 seconds, 15 seconds, he's back behind the ball as well. Barcelona working really hard to deny Real Madrid at the moment.
Marcelo. Ronaldo. Shifting through the gears. The step over from Ronaldo! Again, needed a body in the way.
It suited him at times today, isn't it, to play in his old position, to pull out wide on the left where there's plenty of space, and he'll be up against Sergio Roberto. He goes outside Sergio Roberto, we see the familiar step over, and again, likewise with Keylor Navas, fantastic goalkeeping from Ter Stegen to deny Ronaldo. The game's opening up.
Rose corner. Ronaldo crashes through the crowd. Well, an important save from both keepers. This was Piqué's penalty claim.
Just throwing himself on the floor there, isn't he? You see that from that angle, you see Carvajal does get him across the shins. Certainly a risky challenge from Dani Carvajal. Paulinho with the first attempt.
Well, it was a necessary touch from Keylor Navas. He's the goalkeeper they keep writing off. Had not been for that faulty fax machine, they claimed David De Gea would have been here. There's always speculation in the Spanish press. There are strong possibilities that Kepa, the keeper from Athletic Bilbao, may be joining Real Madrid. Navas rarely puts in a bad showing. Costa Rican representative in this global game. Ear-piercing whistles from the Real Madrid supporters. They haven't spotted a Barcelona fan yet. A few half-and-half scarves from the tourists in town. You can't be half and half. It's impossible to be neutral when viewing this game. Unless you're the commentary team, of course. Varane. Launches it at Benzema. Only 2 La Liga goals this season for Karim Benzema. He's actually failed to score in 10 of his last 12 matches. He always gets the backing of his manager, fellow countryman Zinedine Zidane, appreciating the running that he puts in for the team. Doing the running for Barcelona is Piqué. Get back, shouts the bench. He's not that time yet. Busquets is sold short by Lionel Messi. Ronaldo wins it off Messi. Modric. Ronaldo's run. He's onside, he's got Benzema in support, he feeds Benzema! It took 2 to stop him.
Again, it's really good work defensively from Barcelona, because when Real Madrid are in the mood and in top form and they get those chances on the counter-attack, they make the most of them. Modric with a great pass in behind. Ronaldo just about beats the offside traps, gets behind Jordi Alba and Thomas Varane on the left side of Barcelona's defence. Places it across the 6-yard box, couple of deflections. Piqué does well to track them on a Benzema. I think it's actually the right call.
Top-class defending from Marlon and Piqué. Here's another view of that superb save.
It's literally fingertips, isn't it? Reflexes were fantastic from Keylor Navas. Good attempt on goal from Paulinho.
He was voted 3rd in the World Goalkeeper of the Year behind Buffon and Neuer. Marcelo. Madrid trying to find the rhythm of their supporters. Suarez, not a lot of support. Almost willing them to foul him, but he loses his own footing. Now Carvajal. PK. Busquets. Ronaldo looking lively, no signs of that reported hamstring injury. Marcelo frees himself from defensive duty. Toni Kroos. Kovacic. Marcelo. Roberto loses Marcelo, and he sticks to his task, is helped out by PK. Busquets. Iniesta finds freedom, but poor pass by Andres Iniesta.
One or two signs, haven't they, from Barcelona? They've got the potential, of course they have, to bring some attacking play, use their quality in the attacking half of the pitch, but by and large they've been content to make sure they're disciplined in midfield. Busquets has stayed just in front of the two central defenders. Haven't seen too much of Jordi Alba pushing forward, certainly not Sergio Roberto, so the emphasis from Barcelona has been on a disciplined performance.
Marcelo. Kept in play by Roberto. It's a poor cross from Sergio Roberto. He's taken a heavy blow, Marcelo. He's looking uncomfortable down there. I think he's going to require a little bit of attention. Whiplash.
It's the shot from Sergio Roberto, isn't it? It's intentional. Still skipping away from Carvajal. Back heel from Jordi Alba. It's followed by this points pass from Iniesta to Luis Suarez. Backs change there together. PK getting out. So Marcelo just slipping over the ball when he was trying to cut it back towards the edge of the box. We would like to see more, of course, of Messi in the game. Zinedine Zidane certainly would have been happy to have made it. His team have kept Messi quiet so far.
Pamala. Now PK.
Busquets has been slightly off colour in the first half, in his usual self. Seems to be passing distribution.
Neat work from Sergio Roberto. Iniesta brings the flying Jordi Alba into play, the man who's created more goals for Barcelona than any other this season. Only for that man Messi. Iniesta rides the challenge from Modric. Alba. Messi gets the cross in. Ooh, brave header by Paulinho, and it required another save from Navas. And Paulinho at the moment is the danger man.
Both teams have got their different ways of attacking, isn't it? Counter-attack play from Real Madrid. When Barcelona step up the pace and the tempo in that final third, they're really tough to deal with. 3 or 4 players getting involved. Paulinho again getting into the centre-forward position. It's a really good attempt at goal. Come from save from Keylor Navas, one you'd expect him to make, but good attacking play, sharp play from Barcelona.
Not much of a run-up for Rakitic. Lionel Messi. Kovacic. So close to him, he's almost wearing his shirt. Suarez. Neat feet from Suarez, leaves Marcelo on the ground. And Casemiro is the insurance man in there. Marcelo. Now Benzema. A stretch of the legs for Cristiano Ronaldo. 4 defenders greet him, cuts it back. Benzema. Oh, he so wanted to get it to Carvajal. Carvajal gets it now. PK got that almost by default. Marcelo. Real Madrid applying the pressure, getting stronger. Kroos, Carvajal puts it in. Busquets becoming the extra defender, and goal kick, some respite for Barca.
Again, another good counter-attack from Real Madrid. Barcelona have really defended the crosses well, haven't they? Predominantly when the ball has been delivered into the box. It's for Marlon or Piqué who's there first. The fullbacks haven't made any rash challenges, and there's been plenty of opportunities to do that one. Marcelo and Carvajal are pushing forward for Real Madrid. Benzema just lost the momentum of that attack, didn't he? You can see Ronaldo with the, I was going to say half chance earlier on. It was a real good chance. We see Mr. Kashmir Carvajal.
That's been exported. It's playing the ball out from the back to the two centre-halves who split, but Real Madrid have found a way of stopping it. Ter Stegen has to hit it long.
Paulinho's the interesting position, isn't it? We talked about Kovacic and Casemiro, where they were going to play. Paulinho's was playing at centre forward alongside Suarez at times.
Marcelo stops by Sergio Roberto. Well, he has been the surprise hit coming in from Chinese football, Paulinho. Never really made an impression at Tottenham. Marcelo's cross. Benzema steals in. First time he's found any space, agonisingly close.
Yeah, brilliant centre-forward play. Good attacking play from Real Madrid. Cross into the box, exactly the right time, and standing movement from Karim Benzema. You can see initially he makes that run, drifts towards the far post, and when the cross is delivered, sharp run across for Marlon. So unlucky to see his head up, flash across goal, just off the outside of the post.
From Carvajal. Ronaldo switched wings. He's got space with Carvajal. They line up anticipating the cross. Carvajal can only find Iniesta.
Just about get away with it last night. I have no idea why Jordi Alba was on the halfway line looking for a flick on from Paulinho. Left back position was vacated, and so much space again for Carvajal. Made the most of those opportunities. There's been numerous opportunities in the first half for Real Madrid to pick out a pass, to be a bit more precise with the final ball into the 18-yard box.
Roberto, Varane comes high. Ronaldo wasn't expecting it. He was standing offside.
See Benzema does really well. Typical centre-forwards play, getting across the defender. So Marcelo whips in a really good cross. It's unfortunate there. Madrid carrying Benzema, so unlucky.
Rakitic. Piqué to Busquets. No goals. We approach the final scheduled minute of the first half. Do you feel it's going pretty much according to the plan of both coaches so far, Terry?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting if there's no goal in the first half, how it's going to pan out as the game goes on, because we know Real Madrid, they won't be happy with a draw, with a points deficit. A win can turn the tide and get them back in the title race, and it'll be down to 8, they'll have their game in hand. Could be down to 5 eventually. So I think that the nature of the game, the personality of the game will change, the mentality of the teams will change. In the last 30 minutes or so, if it's all level.
There is Andres Iniesta. Rarely goes 90 minutes, only done so once this season. But they preserved him for this game. Messi. Roberto. Messi, who was caught in full flight by Marcelo. Really a mistimed challenge.
So the angle of a set piece, which is an important aspect of that foul from Marcelo.
Just a single minute added to the first half. This could be the final opportunity. It's a grand distance out, but it is Lionel Messi standing over the ball. Paulinho and Suarez waiting for any spillages.
Well, 30 seconds to go before the half-time break, so no doubt he's going to take on the shot. Why not? Difficult.
A small wall is built for protection. Messi draws breath. Messi delivers, but it's Casemiro and Ronaldo who clash heads, keeping it out of there. Half-time whistle goes. Nothing between these two teams. Cristiano Ronaldo bravely blocking the shot of Lionel Messi at half-time. It's 0-0.